This video will show you the 3 laws of motion written by Isaac Newton and how it is applied to the sport of soccer and applied to everyday life situations. First, let's go over some terms you may hear throughout the video. Rest means not moving. Motion means movement. Force is the strength or energy used in a certain action. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. Acceleration is the speed of a moving object. Action is the process of doing something. Reaction is the opposite of action. And gravity is a force that keeps an object or body to the surface of the earth. The first law of motion states that an object at rest will stay at rest and an object in motion will stay in motion unless an uneven force acts upon it. In the case of an everyday life situation, if a car is moving across a road, it is in motion. It will stay in motion unless the foot is taken off the accelerator or the foot is placed on the brake. The uneven force in this case is the brake or not accelerating. In a soccer situation, when a player kicks the ball for the goal, if it is not stopped by the goalkeeper, it will keep moving until either the friction of the grass or the net stops it completely. The second law of motion states that force is equal to mass times acceleration. In an everyday life situation, this can be applied when you're pushing a shopping trolley and it is empty. You have to push when it is empty, you have to barely push it to keep it up in speed. Though if it is filled up and it is heavy, then you have to apply more force than what you were to keep it up to the same speed as you were with the lighter trolley. In a soccer situation, we can say that the harder we kick the ball, the further or faster it will travel. If we were to kick the ball slowly, then the ball wouldn't travel as far and would take a longer time to reach a certain spot. But if we were to apply more force to kick it harder, it will travel further if nothing stops it, and it will take less time than the softer kick to reach a certain point. The third law of motion states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. In an everyday life situation, whenever we close a cupboard or wardrobe door, we can feel a slight force of wind pushing against us. The harder you close the door, the more force is felt pushing back on you. The action here is the closing of the door, and the reaction is the force pushing back on it. In a soccer situation, when you kick a soccer ball, you will feel a slight force of pushing against your foot. The harder you kick the ball, the more force you will feel against your foot. If you want to kick the ball off the ground, then you will feel more of a force on your foot than what you would feel if you wanted to kick it across the floor. The action is kicking the ball, and the reaction is the force you feel against your feet. This is the 3 laws of Newton applied to everyday life and to soccer. The 3 laws of motion were written by Isaac Newton, who used information researched by Aristotle and Galileo.